We're at the stage here in the football world, in college and in the pros, definitely more so college than the pros, where rubbers meet in the road and every single win means so much and every single loss is magnified. And in that respect, despite saying that the here and now is so significant, we start this show with a story that was essentially born on August 24th, 2019. That was the day where the rumored story that was then made fact by the confirmation on Saturday, August 24th, 2019, the day Andrew Luck shocked the world and retired from playing professional football. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. And the Indianapolis Colts have been spinning their wheels ever since then. Frank Reich, fresh off of being the offensive coordinator for the Philly Special Philadelphia Eagles, gets hired by the Indianapolis Colts. He was choice number 2 for them, interestingly enough, because don't forget Josh McDaniels, your current 2-win Las Vegas Raider head coach. He took the gig and then backed out, said, I'm going back to New England. And Frank Reich was choice number 2. And you know what? That kind of suited Frank Reich because he was quarterback number 2 in Buffalo back in the day. And he started coaching his butt off. And Andrew Luck and those Indianapolis Colts, after doing as well as they did in 2018, right on the outset of the 2019 season, Andrew Luck standing on the sideline of a preseason game in which he was not playing because we all assumed they didn't want to get him hurt for the upcoming season, standing there as Adam Schefter, my colleague at the Worldwide Leader in Sports back in the day from NFL Network as well, tweeted out that Luck was retiring, and all the fans in the stands seeing this news couldn't believe what they heard, and Andrew Luck running off to halftime with his team to the locker room of a preseason game was booed.
Wild.
And that's when Jacoby Brissett became Frank Reich's starter in the 2019 season, with Brian Hoyer getting a couple of starts as well. And that's when Chris Ballard, the general manager of the Indianapolis Colts, decided, let's see if we can pull off what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were attempting to pull off, which was take a veteran quarterback that had been associated with another franchise forever, and in his time with that franchise was over. Let's give that guy a run in the same way the Bucs were giving a run to Tom Brady, and Phillip Rivers was no Tom Brady. And the rest of the team was no Tampa Bay either, even though Phillip Rivers did take the team to the playoffs. And then last year, they gave it a whirl with Carson Wentz. We all know what happened there. And this year, it was Matt Ryan before Matt Ryan got benched by Frank Reich, bringing in Sam Ehlinger, who is clearly not ready for prime time. And yesterday's performance in Indianapolis was so brutal. It was so difficult to watch. You know, it's like watching Bill Belichick's defense take on Sam Ehlinger, who did not have Jonathan Taylor at his disposal, and Nyheim Hines was traded away, and Deion Jackson gets knocked out of the game. Watching this kid from Texas being tormented by a Bill Belichick-led defense was like kind of watching those videos in the wild where some very fast animal finds a prey and starts consuming it. It was that bad for the Colts yesterday. And moments ago, Frank Reich was fired by the Indianapolis Colts. Announced on the internet, on the Twitter account, they parted ways with Frank Reich, who leaves with an overall record of 40-33-1. Marcus Brady, the offensive coordinator, had just gotten fired after Matt Ryan just got benched. Now Frank Reich is gone. Jim Irsay, who started talking about Dan Snyder, and now Dan Snyder's selling the team. I mean, look out.
Yeah, right.
I guess if you're going to say anything about Jim Irsay, you need to make sure it's a parody account, because he's coming to cancel you like Elon Musk with all those blue check marks. The blue horseshoe check mark has just been removed from Frank Reich.
Stay on Jim's good side, Rich.
I don't know. Maybe I'll flip him $8 and it'll be okay.
Jeez.
It's just a parody. Here's the problem for the Colts. if they finally do want to do what I guess they should have done once Luck decided to retire, and that is go in the draft and get somebody, and not just a 6th-round pick kid out of Texas, Sam Ehlinger. Just go in that 1st-round market. Don't trade your 1st-round pick for DeForest Buckner, as good as he is. Use that 1st-round pick on a quarterback. Just look at what the Chicago Bears look like right now with Justin Fields. 3 weeks ago, nobody gave the Bears a chance to do anything this year, and they trade away Robert Quinn. They trade away Quan, who's playing tonight for the first time for the Ravens on Monday Night Football in purple. Roquan Smith there. Look at Justin Fields. Anybody want to put their marker on the Bears right now for the future? I'd say there's a large bandwagon growing. Problem for the Colts is they won too many times with Frank Reich already this year.
Yeah, 3 wins is a little too much.
3-5-1. You think that's good enough to go ahead and get your pick of the quarterback class coming in? And there's a lot of class of the quarterback coming in. You got to hold the Texans beer. You got to hold the Carolina Panthers beer. You might have to hold the Lions beer, despite their win over the Packers. That's the problem for the Indianapolis Colts, is they won too many times already. And Chris Ballard and Jim Irsay apparently having a press conference tonight. I'm concerned for friend of the program, Chris Ballard, and his future there. 3-5-1. Good news for the Colts is they're going to visit Vegas, and they can't beat anybody now. We'll talk about that on the program. In light of the firing of Frank Reich by the Indianapolis Colts, if I had told you that was coming after Matt Ryan and the Colts way back in week number 3 beat the Kansas City Chiefs, you would have told me, what are you talking about, Rich? But that's why the NFL stands in many ways for not for long. And watching the Chiefs last night against the Tennessee Titans, that's going to be the club. That's your clubhouse leader. And I think when it's all said and done, the head scratcher of the year is how the hell did the Chiefs lose to the Indianapolis Colts in week number 3 in Indianapolis?
Yeah, there's always a couple of those games a year.
Oh, yes. And that's your clubhouse leader. And by the way, don't tell me Bills losing to the Jets is going to be one of those either. We'll talk about that still on this program.
Jets are a playoff team right now.
Yes, they are, sir.
They only had a quarterback.
Uh-huh. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.